Howdy guys. So today I am filming this inspection of a transmission failure test drive. It's for a small little shop out here in Mesa, Apache Junction area. I'm not going to give their name away or anything like that, just out of respect. But so the customer's concerned, I'm not sure what it is because the work order they showed me just had a parts list. So they said one of the rings or snap ring has failed inside the transmission and it's full of metal. However, I'm driving it right now and it's driving just fine, not making any odd noises at this point. So I don't know how they verified that it's just full of metal if they haven't taken it apart. So yeah, that's one of those ones I'm looking at. And I always tend to get these types from independent shops, ones that aren't making enough money or whatever. They will just try to over exaggerate a transmission concern and call it into the warranty company as, you know, something major when it's really nothing. Like they said I had a check engine light on, that's why the customer brought it in. There's no engine light on now, which they didn't say they cleared any codes or not, which I don't know if they did. They may have, which if they did, they probably shouldn't have. Usually I recommend leaving them in there so I can verify them, see if they're old codes, new codes, etc. So he just gave me a code for a, what was it, a P0989 transmission fluid pressure switch. And right now there's no lights on the dash, as you can see, and we're just cruising along around 55 miles an hour on a 55-mile-an-hour road. And I've been hammering the throttle every so often and it's fully warmed up. It's 101 degrees out, so it shouldn't take long for these to warm up. So far it's not acting crazy yet, so I'll give it a few more minutes. I usually put about 10 miles max on these things before I take them back and say okay. And when you do mechanical inspections for a living, generally you're not supposed to tell the shop your findings. So I just, you know, say I'll call this in and they'll be in touch. And that's how it's always worked, because just kind of, I'm the anonymous third party basically. I don't make the final decision, so I just tell the warranty company what I think and etc. So then they do the deal and, you know, offer what they're gonna offer, if they're gonna offer anything on it, and that's that. So but yeah, so far nothing is going wrong with this, so I'm surprised they have more than a quarter tank of gas in it, because normally they come in, they have no gas in them. That's 90% of service cars come in with like no fuel. The owners just think, oh, I don't want them driving my car around. It's like, well, we need to diagnose it. So some people, I understand that. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, you don't want someone to take your car for joyrides, etc. But at the same time, you know, if you don't put in extra fuel at the time of before bringing it in, they're going to charge you, and some dealers will charge you at $5 to $10 per gallon. So recommended that you put fuel in your car before you service it. But yeah, so far I'm not feeling anything with this transmission concern here. It's driving nice and fine, it's braking good, etc. So I am gonna take it back to the shop. I put 6-7 miles on it now, and it's just not worth driving it for an hour. I had one the other day where I called the shop and he's like, it's honestly not worth it for you to come out and drive the car, because it takes 2.5 hours for the vehicle to act up. And I was like, are you serious? So, and he's like, that's on a good day. So I said, okay. And he said, don't come out, it's a waste of time. So I agreed with him and said, all right. So yeah, nothing's going on with this vehicle at this point. Still, we're cruising 60. I don't know, I'm gonna try and zoom in. It's 102 Fahrenheit outside. Let's see if I can get the tranny temp up here. They got low oil life remaining. No, this one doesn't. I don't know if it offers it. Nope. Unless, no. They don't offer it on this vehicle. It doesn't tell you what the trans temp's at, so whatever. Alright, so that's full throttle. Full stop. This thing drives just fine. I really can't see a problem with it, but okay. So, yeah. I'm not gonna spend all day on it, plus they won't let me rack it up in their shop. They're like, alright, we got 2 racks and it's full. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. We won't get it covered for you. There's no engine light on, etc. I think they're just pulling our leg. That's what happens at a lot of these shops. These cars get purchased, recently, and then they go in, bring them into the shop, and they want to get everything in under the sun fixed, and that's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. There's usually a waiting period. This one's actually been open for a year, so they legitimately had a concern with the transmission, but since the light's gone off, it's driving just fine, I guess. So I'm putting it under full load, under light load, etc., and it's driving just fine. No lights are coming on or back on. I'm not getting any sluggish throttle response, etc. So I'm bringing it right back. It's not holding gears too long. It's normal for GM to drive like this, honestly. Like, I've driven so many of them with high miles that it's just normal for me to drive it and have it act like this. So yeah, nothing wrong here. My turn's coming up really soon. I'm probably gonna end up passing it. Let's see. Oh, here it is. They have some nice BMWs out here and stuff. So they've got this nice E36 right there that I thought was pretty clean. It's driven by someone, and then a nice older one there. We got a 5 Series, Euro 5 Series, it looks like. Very cool. Okay, well, this thing won't act up, so that sucks.